Welcome back. Today we will discuss a new chapter, electromagnetic waves. One of the important topic of this chapter is displacement current. So what is displacement current? So consider a circuit containing capacitor. So this capacitor is connected to a source of EMF. Then we know from this battery or from the source of EMF there will be a current flow as shown here. So this current I will start to flow from the positive terminal, right? Then as far as a capacitor is concerned, we know it consists of two plates with a small distance of separation between them. So as far as a circuit is concerned, there will not be any physical electron flow through this part, right? So as far as this conduction of electrons is concerned, the electrons will not pass through this capacitor. Then how the circuit is complete, or how the current flow is possible through the circuit? So this can be understood with the help of a displacement current. So basically there are two types of currents. One is conduction current, other one is displacement current. So this is the capacitor. Now when it is connected to a battery, we know there will be positive charges on one side, negative charge on another side, and there will be electric field set up between the plates. Now when we switch on the circuit, slowly the number of charges on both sides increase, or gradually the number of charges increase on both sides, and as a result the electric field in the space between the plates will also gradually increase, right? So displacement current is produced within this region. Okay, so displacement current is normally represented with ID, I subscript D. So this is the region where displacement current will be produced. So this displacement current is produced due to a varying electric field. Okay, so when we switch on the circuit, there will be a gradual increase of the electric field between the two plates, and a displacement current is produced within the space. So the current which comes into play in the region in which the electric field and the electric flux is changing with the time is called a displacement current. So this is the definition of displacement current. The current which comes into play in the region in which the electric field and electric flux is changing with the time. So the electric flux is changing with the time, or electric field is changing with the time, in the sense when we switch on the circuit, the number of charges on both sides will increase, and as a result there will be a gradual increase of the field. So current produced in this field is called displacement current ID. So the normal current is called conduction current. So the current which is coming out of this cell is called conduction current. So for the time being we may write as IC. Okay, so through the circuit the current is due to IC and ID, right? And ID is equal to epsilon 0 into d phi by dt, where this phi is the electric flux. That means this ID, the displacement current, depends on the electric flux. The displacement current produces in space due to change of electric flux linked with the surface. So there will be a flux linked with the plate of the capacitor. So due to the change in flux with the time, that is the meaning of d phi by dt. So there is a change in flux with respect to time. That is why I is proportional to d phi by dt. Therefore this I, or ID, is equal to a constant into d phi by dt. That constant is epsilon 0. So we can see that as the d phi by dt increase, the displacement current will increase. So there is a dependence for this ID on electric flux. So the total current will be due to both conduction current and displacement current. So both conduction current and displacement current complete the circuit current. Now, electromagnetic waves. An electromagnetic wave is a wave radiated by an accelerated or oscillatory charge in which varying magnetic field is the source of electric field and varying electric field is the source of magnetic field. So this is how electromagnetic wave is produced. So electromagnetic wave is radiated or electromagnetic wave is produced. How? By an accelerated or oscillatory charge. So when the charge is oscillatory, for example, if we the circuit of LC circuit or a circuit that contains both inductor and capacitor, such kind of circuit will act as a tank circuit or it will act as a oscillatory circuit. So in such a circuit there will be oscillating charges and such a circuit can produce electromagnetic waves. So the point is, electromagnetic wave is produced or radiated by an accelerated or oscillatory charge. So an accelerated or oscillatory charge. An oscillatory charge is present in a LC circuit. LC means L represent inductor, C represent capacitor. So a circuit that contains both the L and C will have oscillatory charge which may produce electromagnetic wave, in which varying magnetic field is a source of electric field and also varying electric field is the source of magnetic field. That means what? Magnetic field is the source of electric field and also electric field is the source of magnetic field. So such a circuit will produce, or such a condition will produce electromagnetic waves. So the production of this electromagnetic wave is by an accelerated or oscillatory charge. Similarly, varying magnetic field is the source of electric field and also a varying electric field is the source of magnetic field. Thus, two fields become source of each other and the wave propagates in a direction perpendicular to both the fields. So the direction of propagation of the wave is perpendicular to both electric and magnetic field. That is the point. So the propagation of the wave will be perpendicular to the both electric and magnetic wave. So this is represented here. So here you can see X, Y and Z axes are here, and this electric field is present in the Y plane. Okay, so electric field is present in the Y plane and magnetic field is present in the Z plane, and perpendicular to both the Z and Y the wave propagates. So this is the direction of propagation of the wave. So this is how electromagnetic wave is being propagated. So this is the plane. Okay, this plane represents what? That of the electric field, or this Y plane, this vertical plane. You can imagine a vertical plane here. So this vertical plane represents electric field or a varying electric field. Then a varying magnetic field will be in the Z plane. Okay, so this is the Z plane. So in the Z plane you can assume a varying magnetic field, a magnetic field varying with the time like this, and here you can see the angle will be angle between Y and Z plane will be of course 90 degree, right? The angle between Y and Z axis will be 90 degree, and this is the propagation of the wave which is in the X direction. So this is how you can imagine the Z plane, right? This is the Z plane, and perpendicular to the Z plane you can imagine Y plane, right? So this is the Y plane. So this is how the two waves will be produced. So the angle between them is 90 degree. So this is Y axis, and perpendicular to it you have Z axis. Then perpendicular to both Y and Z you can imagine X axis. So actually this magnetic field is present in this y plane, right? So z plane. This magnetic field is in this z plane, so it is on this plane. At the same time, electric field is in the y plane, so it is perpendicular to. So the variation of electric field is perpendicular to the plane that contains magnetic field. In other words, the variation of magnetic field is in a plane which is perpendicular to the plane that contains electric field. So the wave is propagating perpendicular to both y and z, which is of course x-axis. Now the different types of waves are shown here. This is called spectrum of electromagnetic waves. So radio wave, microwave, infrared wave, light, ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. If you look at this frequency range, you can see that the frequency increases from of an order of 10 raised to 8 to 10 raised to 22 when we move from radio wave to gamma rays, right? So the wave that has the highest frequency is gamma. The wave that has the lowest frequency is radio wave. Since frequency is lowest for the radio wave, its wavelength will be the highest. So you can see for radio wave the size is, or the wavelength range is greater than 0.1 meter, and for gamma rays it is of some nanometer. It is of the order of nanometer, right? So from radio wave to gamma rays, the frequency increases. In other words, wavelength decreases. So we should know how to arrange these waves, either in the increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of wavelength. Otherwise, we should know how to arrange these waves either in the increasing order of frequency or decreasing order of frequency. So gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared, microwave, radio wave. So this is the arrangement in the decreasing order of frequency, right? Otherwise, radio wave, microwave, infrared, light, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays. This is the increasing order of the frequency. So we should know to arrange these waves either increasing or decreasing order of frequency or wavelength. Now let us look how these waves are produced. So radio waves are produced by rapid acceleration and deceleration of electrons, right? So rapid acceleration and retardation or deceleration of electrons will produce radio waves. Then microwaves are produced using klystron valves or magnetron valves. So these are the sources of microwaves. So we are all familiar with the microwave oven. Then infrared wave, vibrations of atoms and molecules will produce infrared wave. Then visible light, electrons in atoms emit light when they move from one energy level to a lower energy level. Ultraviolet, inner shell electrons in atoms moving from one energy level to a lower energy level. X-rays, X-ray tubes will produce X-rays, or inner shell, the movement of inner shell electrons will produce X-rays. Gamma rays, radioactive decay or nuclear reaction is the source of X-rays. Gamma rays. So this is how the different types of waves are being produced. Then similar to the production, their uses are also important. Radio waves, they are used in radio and TV communication. Then they are used in astronomical fields. Microwaves, they are used in radar communication, in analysis of molecular and atomic structure, then also for cooking purpose. For example, microwave oven. Then infrared waves, In knowing the molecular structure they are used, then also in the remote control of TV, VCR, then maybe AC, like that. Ultraviolet rays, they are used in burglar alarm, then to kill germs in minerals. For example, nowadays we are very familiar with the drinking water which are available in bottles, and they are normally UV treated. So if you look at the bottle, you can see there is a word maybe in a box saying the water is UV treated. UV treated means ultraviolet treated. That means the germs are killed using ultraviolet rays. Then X-rays in medical diagnosis, as they pass through the muscles, not through the bones. So we all know X-ray sheets are used to check whether there is a crack in a bone. Then also detecting faults, cracks, etc. in metal products. Finally, gamma rays. So these are used as food preservation. Then also in the radiotherapy. So to preserve food for a long time, we may use gamma rays. Then also in the radiotherapy of cancer, we are using gamma rays. So these are the important uses of different electromagnetic waves. Then some of the properties of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves propagate in the form of mutually perpendicular magnetic and electric fields. The direction of propagation of wave is perpendicular to both the magnetic and electric field vectors. So this we have already seen. Then velocity of electromagnetic waves in free space is c is equal to 1 by root of mu 0 epsilon 0, which is equal to, the velocity of electromagnetic wave is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Then the ratio of magnitudes of electric and magnetic field vectors in free space is a constant. The equation is C is equal to E by B. Actually it is vector E by vector B. Again the value we know, it is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Where these E and B are in the same phase, or the electric field vector and magnetic field vectors are in the same phase. E is a bold letter, B is also a bold letter. So if this letter is bold, that means it is a vector. So vector E and vector B are in same phase. Then fourth point, no medium is required for propagation of transverse wave. Fifth one, electromagnetic waves show properties of reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction and polarization. So this we will learn soon in the next chapter, that is optics. Then finally, electromagnetic waves have capability to carry energy from one place to another. So electromagnetic waves carry energy. So these are the important properties of electromagnetic waves. So that is all about the chapter electromagnetic waves. Thank you for watching.